Hello and welcome everyone. So in this video I would like to solve one of the ratio analysis question, that is illustration number 4. Okay, this question contains 6 marks and very important questions exam point of view. Liability, here liability given equity share capital 20,000, capital is 4,000, 8% loan on mortgage 16,000, creditor given 8,000, bank overdraft given 2,000, taxation current tax 2,000, future tax 2,000, profit and loss account for the year 12,000, reserve 4,000, dividend 2,000, and goodwill given, fixed asset given, stock given, debtors given, investment given, cash in hand given. So sales amounted to 1,20,000. Calculate ratio for resting liquidity and resting solvency. So now we have to solve this question. Question asked about one is testing solvency. So testing solvency, one is current ratio, another is liquidity ratio. So what is the formula of current ratio? As we know that current ratio formula is current asset divided by current liability. Okay, liquidity ratio means, what is the formula of liquidity ratio? Liquid assets divided by current liabilities. So we need to find out value of current asset value, current liabilities value, liquid assets liquidity assets. Okay, so again question asked about testing solvency. Testing solvency means There are two types. One is debt equity ratio. Another one is fixed assets ratio. Fixed assets ratio. Now, what is the formula of debt equity ratio? Debt equity ratio formula is, as we know, that shareholders fund divided by total long term fund. ठीक है ना? Shareholders fund divided by total long term fund. Clear? So what is the formula of fixed asset ratio? As we know that the formula of fixed asset ratio is net profit before interest and tax net profit before interest and tax divided by interest. So accordingly we need to find out shareholders fund. We need to find out shareholders fund. Then we need to find out total long-term debt, and net profit before interest and tax. Yeah, it's already given. And interest. Net profit already mentioned in question, that is this one. $12,000 plus 4,000, that is 16,000 minus 2,000 dividend. 14,000, that is 16,000 minus 12,000 given. So interest. So now we have to calculate current assets, current liabilities, liquid assets, shareholder funds, long-term funds, and interest. Okay, so now let's start. First, current assets. So how to find out current asset? In questions given, stock 6,000, debtor 6,000, investment 2,000, cash in hand 6,000. This is current asset. Stock, debtors, investment, cash in hand. Stock 6,000, debtor 6,000, investment cash in hand 6,000. This is it. 6, 6, 12, 14. We find out current assets. Now current liabilities. Current liabilities here given. Here given creditors 8,000, bank overdraft here 2,000, taxation current, provision for taxation current 2,000. This creditors trade creditors given 8,000, bank overdraft given 2,000, and taxation current taxation also 2,000. ये आ गया आपका 12,000. Now we have find out current assets and current liabilities. Now we have to find out liquid assets. If we go systematically one step to another step, then easily we can solve this question. Liquid assets. Liquid asset means, as we know, that current assets less stock. Here we have already obtained current assets rupees 20,000. This one is our current assets, and also stock value given 6,000. We have to subtract 6,000 here in order to find out the balance of liquid asset, that is 14,000. Okay, we have obtained value of liquid assets. Now we have to find out liquid liability. Liquid liability. Then how to find out liquid liability? As we know that current liability current liability less, we have already know the balance of bank overdraft, that is 2000. Now it should be less from current liability. Bank overdraft. Okay, so what is the balance of current liability? This one, 12,000. 12,000. Now what is the balance of bank overdraft? Here, 2,000. लेस कर दो इसमें, 12,000 माइनस 2,000 इज इक्वल टू, ये आ गया आपका लिक्विड लाइबिलिटी. ओके, now you obtain current asset, current liabilities, liquid asset and liquid liability. Now we have to find out shareholder fund. Shareholders fund. So how to find out shareholders fund? As you know that here in questions given equity share capital 20,000, equity share capital given 20,000, this one is your shareholder fund. Shareholder fund. Again, capital reserve also given 4,000, this one is also your shareholder fund. है कि नहीं? This one, capital reserve, equity share capital, both are shareholder fund, obviously. Then profit and loss account balance given here, $6,000, transport to 12,000, reserve 4,000 and less 4,000 less and dividend 2,000. So balance profit and loss account 6,000. This is your shareholders fund. Okay. So in this there is also given goodwill 12,000. It should be subtracted from shareholder fund. So as you know, we have find out that equity share capital rupees how much given here? 20,000 equity share capital. Capital reserve given capital reserves also given 4,000 here, 4,000. Okay, 4,000. Profit and loss account balance, P and L account balance given there 6,000, given. Now we have to subtract less goodwill. Given goodwill balance also given there. So in this way we have to find out the balance of shareholder fund, 20,000 plus 4,000 plus 6,000 minus goodwill balance 12,000 is equal to 18,000. This one our shareholder fund. Now we have also find out balance of shareholder fund. Now long term fund, very important to find out balance of long term funds. Long term fund. How to find out long term fund? As we know that shareholder funds plus loan and advance if any plus future taxation, these are your long term funds. So we have already obtained the balance of shareholder funds. Shareholders fund, that is shareholder fund balance here 18,000, this balance. $18,000, and here long-term loans and advance, that is here in question given mortgage loan on mortgage, that is 16,000. This one 8% loan on mortgage, a long-term fund. Okay, loan on mortgage 16,000. Future taxation given in question. Future taxation given is question. This is also a liability, long-term liability. Here future taxation, long-term debt 2,000. Future taxation 2,000. In this way we can find out the balance of long-term fund, that is 18,000 plus 16,000, 2,000, 36,000. Yes, 36,000. We have find out long-term fund. Now interest, calculation of interest. Now calculation of interest. Here in question already given that 8% loan on mortgage. 8% loan on mortgage means 8% of 16,000 is equal to 1,280. So we have already find out all the requirement in order to find out ratios for liquidity and ratios for solvency. Now we can easily find out. Now we can easily find out the position for liquidity and solvency. Liquidity and solvency position. Okay. So ratios for liquidity, ratios for testing liquidity, ratios for testing liquidity. That is current ratio. Current ratio means current asset, as we know that current asset divided by current liabilities. Okay, so we have already obtained the balance of current assets, that is this one 20,000 फटाफट कर दो इसको. उसके बाद करंट लाइबिलिटी हियर गिवन 12,000, फटाफट करो 12,000. नाउ 1.6 times. Okay, now then liquid ratios. फटाफट करो उसको. Liquid ratio means, as we know that liquid assets divided by similarly current liabilities. Liquid asset given here, we have already calculated liquid assets. Liquid assets here 14,000, this one 14,000. Now current liability already here 12,000. divided by 12,000 is equal to 1.166, or you can say 1.17 times. हो गया. ये आ गया आपका रेशियो फॉर लिक्विडिटी पोजीशन. एंड as we know both the current and liquidity ratio are satisfactory, are because in each case it's already crossed from 1.6, here 1.17. So both the current and liquid ratio are satisfactory. Okay, so now ये तो था आपका liquidity position. Now ratio for solvency ratio. Ratios for testing solvency.